Good morning and welcome to day 11. We are spending it in Broken Hill at this stage. So normally I do the morning video from the confines of my campsite or from the van, but because I stayed at my friend's place last night, it was just a lot easier for me to actually take you up somewhere and do it there. So right now we are at something that's rather interesting. You guys know that Australia's a big country, right? Well, in a big country we like big things. Not meaning that sexually, as in we like big statues of random things just because we can. It's the Aussie spirit, and hence why we have the big bench. So this overlooks Broken Hill here. Now I do believe you used to be able to sit on it back in the day, but there are signs here now saying you can't. Although I do have a sneaky photo of me doing it back maybe 4 or 5 years ago, last time I visited this place. So Broken Hill has always been a mining town and probably always will be, well, at least for the foreseeable future. So it makes sense for them to build that statue of the giant chair on top of none other than an old mine site. Now I was going to check out the Miners Memorial Hall, but it is freezing cold up here, so we're going to go find something else to have a look at. We've only got about 2.5 hours of driving ahead of us today, so it's not too bad. And yeah, hopefully I have a bit more time to explore here today. Now I only had one other place planned to visit while in Broken Hill, but as I was searching up for the big chair, another name popped up for the Big Ant and figured I'd have to have a look at that. So that's where we are now, and that up there would be the Big Ant. It's a lot nicer down here, it's not so cold. But it seems I got like this little park kind of thing with all these different sculptures. It's pretty groovy actually. We got that. We got this Big Ant. We got whatever that is over there. So that's probably worth a 2-minute stopover. I mean, it's another big thing off my list. It wasn't on my list to begin with, but it is now. Oh, big things that is in Australia. Alright, see you, Big Ant. So here we are at the next location, which is the Living Desert and Sculptures. If you can see back over there, that would be Broken Hill. This place is somewhere I've been wanting to come for a while, and I kind of wish I'd timed it better so I could do it at sunset. I probably should have done it yesterday, because apparently it's pretty magical, but sometimes you don't get what you want. So let's just check this out in the daytime and hope it will satisfy my needs. Not a sexual joke. So we're sitting roughly 9 kilometres from Broken Hill. It's about a $6 Australian entrance fee. Now I will apologise if the audio is not up to scratch in this part of the video. It's pretty windy up here, as you can probably tell by my hair flowing everywhere, even though it was in a nice neat bun all of about maybe 2 minutes ago. So this next sculpture is probably one of the main ones. In English it's translated to Under the Jaguar Sun, and that's this piece right here. So I've especially noticed in some of the Broken Hill guidebooks they will have a photo of this one at sunset, which obviously central line there, looks gorgeous. Alright, so I spent about 45 minutes to an hour there just reading the titles of the sculptures and having a look. And then going back down, supposedly there is a botanic garden but for like wildflowers, I think. I don't know. Let's have a look. The locals out here are super friendly. I was just walking along and this bloke pulled me across for a chat. We had a good yarn, he had a few good old stories to tell. Didn't you, mate? He's a bit camera shy, that's all. Cheers, have a good one, yeah? So I'm going for a hike here. I mean, I figured why not. Apparently it's 2.2 kilometres return, so it's only a short one. And we might get to experience some new things, see some new things, who knows? Maybe it's got a wicked lookout. Only one way to find out. It's to hike it. Catch you, mate. Have a good one. So essentially all the hike's really going through is the fauna and flora that grows in the area. I think I might go back to the van, cook up some cheap lunch. Now, if I remember correctly, at the start of this video series, I told you guys that I wasn't bringing a cooler or a fridge of any sorts. So I guess you guys kind of wonder what I eat on the road and how I get by. So for the most part, I'm eating canned goods. It means I don't have to run a power supply to a fridge, which is easier for me because I couldn't afford one at the time. So yeah, pretty much what we've done, canned goods, a little fry pan like that, a little bit of bread. It's cheap, it's effective, it's not fabulous, but it gets the job done, it's filling, and that's lunch. Now if the flies bug off, it'd be a lot better. Alright, I'll eat this, then let's go on the road, let's go to the Mad Max 2 museum and go from there. Alright, so we're just on the outskirts of Silverton now, just stopping to have a quick look at the sign, and then we're going to go on from there to the Mad Max Museum. Well guys, I am super bummed it's closed today. Just drove 30 kilometers to come out here and see it, and it's not going to happen today, sadly. Apparently there's a big power outage, so a lot of the things around here, the tourist attractions are closed. I don't know what we're going to do from here. I guess we'll just have to keep on trekking. What else is there to do? Super bummed about the Mad Max Museum. Super bummed. I'm going to set my tripod again in the center console here of the car just so you can see how small this town is. And I mean, it is tiny. All the buildings are old as the hills. This is obviously a very old historic kind of town, with their main draw being from the tourism coming from their minds, from the tour of the town, the museums and the artists here. So yeah, I'm just going to set that up, show you guys that. Don't blink, you'll probably miss it. So that was it. Tiny little town that probably wasn't worth the drive for us in the end due to the fact we didn't get to see what we wanted to see, but that's travelling. You can't always win. This gives me a reason to come back one day, I guess. When that day is, I'm not sure, but hopefully that museum's still there when I come back, because man, I was pumped up about that. I'm a bit devastated, but... And just like that, we are back in South Australia. This marked the final day of my big Australian van adventure, and on the 4-hour drive home I reflected on what an amazing journey I had had. The memories I had made, the new places I had seen, and of course the old friends that I'd caught up with. Once I was finally home, I was greeted by my mum and my dad, who were both happy and glad to see me return safe and sound. Well guys, that brings you to the end of the Bad Travels van series, but do not stress because there is more van adventures to come. If you did enjoy the series guys, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I do appreciate it, it means a fair bit to me, and I enjoy just like knowing that you guys are watching my videos. There are bigger and better things to come, so stay tuned to Bad Travels, and as always, have a good one. In this whole journey, I had travelled 3,535 kilometres. I've said it before guys, and I will say it again. Australia is one big country. I feel like I've only just scratched the surface, and for that reason there is plenty more van adventures to come. In the final episode of the Big Van Adventure, I had spent a total of $14 on food and $46 on fuel. Travel in Australia is definitely not cheap, and $1,134 is not too bad considering.